We didn't expect it to appear, and at first, we didn't believe it. But the deaths and catastrophe we heard of from other places around the world convinced us we were in danger. We already had the magnets, all we needed was the island. What's our story? I'll tell you. Before humans appeared, there was a disease that existed mainly in warm environments and shut down the immune system of mammals. But it got cold. During the Ice Age, the disease wasn't able to survive and went into a dormant state, frozen in ice. Meanwhile, we had another problem. Global warming was getting worse, and eventually, flooding began. This wouldn't have been a huge problem if it was just the flooding, but with the ice melted, the disease was free to roam again. The disease couldn't travel through the air, thankfully. However, it could travel through water and over land, making Floating Island a viable choice of escape. Powered by both itself and the many windmills around the island, each magnet has 8 individual magnets inside of it, and the structure spins indefinitely, producing both power and a magnetic field that stays stable and repels the magnet above it. This allows anything built on top of the floating magnet to stay airborne, hence the floating island. It's been 12 years since the building of the island. The current year is 2049. Here in the sky, the disease isn't able to reach us, and for the time being, we are safe. But the disease still exists. In labs within the island, both scientists and civilians have been working indefinitely to find a way to eradicate the disease for good. This brings us to present day. Hi, I'm Jordan, and welcome to Bev Facey Community High School's Build. When the school's digital media and computer science teacher, Mrs. Langlois, came to us about this year's EAPS Minecraft Education Edition Build Challenge, we were stoked. Me, Gabe Kirkland, and a whole group of students quickly got together and started brainstorming. We were going to dominate this competition.
I am Gabriel, and I'm one of the organizers and leaders on this build.
Hi, I'm Rogan. I designed the science labs, windmills, and I built a house.
Hi, I'm Jaden, and I did a lot of design for the build.
What was your first reaction when you heard about the building competition?
I thought it was kind of embarrassing to do.
I thought, wow, only losers do this.
But then I realized that it was actually a pretty cool project and that a lot more people would be interested if they knew how interesting it would be.
How do you think the build went?
Really good, actually.
I think it went really well.
I think it went really well. We have a great team and I really like how it turned out. The takeaways as a teacher outside of the build have been the teamwork that students have worked on, seeing students who wouldn't necessarily otherwise work in that particular group or in a group project like that, really being able to like carve out an area of their own and create something, as well as get in working with, you know, the team groups.
It actually turned out really well and was pretty well thought out and well fleshed out.
I felt like we were kind of limited because we didn't have the 1.17 blocks for some of it, but other than that, pretty good.
What would you have done differently if you could redo it with the knowledge you have now?
One of the main things would be making sure that we had a physical sort of plan.
Definitely be more well planned in what we were doing.
Taking some time to say, okay, let's stop and do a full design process have been a little bit better.
I would have made more backup files because we had that massive corruption that one time, which took out like half of one of the islands.
And what was your favorite part of the competition?
My favorite part. Favorite part of the competition? Probably just working with everybody. It was really fun. Just generally seeing how into it students were and how much they were building. Like, you guys really took an idea that was, you know, like build a small community, and you went very in depth and you came in with research and you had these debates about different scientific concepts, and you had everyone working together, and it was very encouraging to see that and to see it last.
Really just having the freedom to do whatever I wanted with the underwater city.
Thank you so much for answering these questions. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.